So recollecting the virtues of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, bringing the qualities of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha in you and offering yourself to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, and to the teachers. Simply to practice meditation for the safety and a guide, the practice of meditation. In the practice of a meditation, first of all, we try to quieten the mind, stabilize the mind. As the mind is settled, with the help of the breath, incoming of breath and outgoing of breath, the rising and the falling of the abdomen, spending some time on that, mind gradually settles. And slowly observing the breath, the movement, the bodily sensations and different mental states. And noticing what you have been going through. This is a thought, this is a sensation, this is a body part, this is what I'm hearing, this is what I'm sensing, so on. Each thoughts that we observe, it's not mine, it is not me. It's just mind recognizing a form. There is no I, but only process of a mind-body. And those reactions, if we look at more carefully, suppose if you hear the sound we hear, the sound is a one thing, that one we hear is another. Now in order to have the sound, not only the sound you hear, but that sound will not be heard if you do not have intention to watch it or intention to listen it. So it's called air consciousness. Got to have the air consciousness. Only then it is possible. So the sound, the wave comes to contact with the ear, and when the ear observes it, consciously aware of that, then the sound becomes live. Whereas if you do not have any intention to listen to the object, the sound that comes to contact with our ears, absence of a consciousness allows us to not to hear the sound. But oftentimes when these objects comes to contact with our senses, we observe them because we feel it. It's a presence. And then based on that feeling, we decide whether to keep it or whether to push it away. So there is a desire. If you have been through or have heard or something else, and you want to keep it, then there will be a tendency or a mental desire to keep it. Whereas opposite, if you don't like it, this pleasure, then there is resentment comes. So this is basically understanding the dependent origination. So understanding that nothing comes without an object, nothing comes without other supports. It's like a physics. Physics deny the entity. Physics supports the interdependence between one another. That's exactly what we are trying to understand in the practice of a meditation. Once we have understood this dependent or co-arising of every aspect, everything in this way, and we realize that each entity, each object, or each subject's phenomena are subject to arise, remains, and vanishing. So perishing is always there. So understanding that perishing state and understanding that the conditioned objects that we are observing or we are experiencing is not static, it's going to change. Change is the matter. So that's why in the first stage of the practice of a meditation, it is not just a calmness of the mind, and it's not just a relaxation of the body. It's not just a feeling joy and happiness. We have to see that body is one thing, mind is another. And this mind-body works hand in hand, interconnected, supporting one another. Sometimes mind observes the object, other time object becomes a dominant and a mind presence there. Like when we are sitting here, we have an intention, so there is a mind leading. Mind is the dominant here, leading to observe the object, the rising, falling of abdomen, or the breath coming in and going out. To see the difference, the mind is one thing, the object is another. It's not the same. Similarly, the thought is one thing, knowing that thought is another. The sound is different, knowing that the sound is another. Feeling a cold or a warmness is something different, but the feeling itself is another. So practice, this is the another stage that we have to develop to understand. Thinking is one thing, and knowing that thinking is another. Oftentimes, we lost into the thoughts, and we take that thinking as the right or the reality. We hold on to that perception, and we become I am. Not only I am, we also create I am better than someone, I am good than others. Go on. We are off the track now. So ability to differentiate and distinguish one another is the beauty of the practice. It's like studying the quantum physics. Quantum physics allows you or encourages you to investigate the atoms or the universe in a different forms, and always questioning, finding out how these things takes place, and even the atoms. Within that atoms, and again, how these functions. And there is a beautiful natural play takes place. Likewise, in the practice of a meditation, we are investigating each and everything in this way. First, distinguishing it, separating each parts and knowing that each parts are different and there is a knower, knowing it. When we are able to see the different parts of each things that we observe, then we realize that each thing that we observe, it has 5 other components that interrelated, that works smoothly without any external pressure. Eating is external pressure. Running is external pressure. Walking is external pressure. Sitting is external pressure. Weather change is external pressure to our body, to our mind. Similarly, our senses, when we take things in, when the senses, eye sees an object, ear hears the noise, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body contacts with the outside objects. That's the pressure. And we entertain with that pressure, but in the practice, we are not entertaining with that pressure. We are seeing that these are coming and not letting it to pressurize for the change. And that pressurized change is a feeling and emotions and so on. But mindful awareness will stop there. And knowing that, this is a pressure, this is the object, and I is seeing the object, and it has this pressure on, liking and disliking, wanting to keep, not wanting to keep, wanting to push it away. The prejudice and the biasness, all this develops there. So first the task, after we have practiced and gained some concentration, is to distinguish, separating each thing that we observe. Like a breath is one thing, knowing is another. Rising is one thing, falling is another. Falling is one thing, rising is another. Knowing this falling is something, falling is another. And rising and falling won't take place at the same time. Will be taking in a different time, different place, different ways. Breath coming in and going out won't be taking place at the same time. There will be different ways, different places, different sensations, different moods, different modes. You'll be able to recognize. So try to recognize these things in the practice. But obviously, if you found that it's very difficult, then it doesn't matter. So simply work with the breath, contemplating on the breath. Let the mind settle. Let the mind calm down and steadfastly establish yourself calm and settled. And gradually, these will simply develop if you do not hold on to any objects, but open-minded to learn things. So with this reflection and guidance, continue practicing meditation for some times.